Hola amigos! Hi friends! I'm Brisa and this is the month of March, which is really exciting because the month of March is also Women's History Month. Now, if you don't know what Women's History Month is a month to highlight and celebrate the contributions of women to events in history, our society, and to the world. So every week in the month of March, expect a video where you can learn about one amazing woman that you might have never heard of. So we're reading from this awesome book called Fantastically Great Woman Who Saved the Planet by Kate Pankhurst. So today we're reading about Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai grew up in the 1940s in the beautiful landscape of Kenya. It was a place rich in natural wonders, but it was not a wealthy country. Many people struggled to make enough money to feed their families, and the government did little to help. Wangari loved learning. It allowed her to grow, but at that time, it was quite unusual for girls to go to school. So, in 1960, she left her home and took up an opportunity to study in the USA. But Wangari always felt rooted to Kenya's lush forests, rustling leaves, and the streams that bubbled through the trees. When Wangari moved back to Kenya, the landscape had changed. Trees were disappearing, the government was cutting down forests to make room for crops worth lots of money like coffee. This is called deforestation. Without trees, things started to go very wrong. In 1977, Wangari started the Green Belt movement. She taught people about how their actions can hurt the environment. Communities were encouraged to work together to plant new trees. Wangari put women in charge. With each new seed that was planted, ideas grew too. The government didn't like Wangari helping women to feel powerful. Wangari faced threats and barriers to her work, but she refused to be cut down. Wangari's movement had helped over 900,000 women sow seeds of change. Over 51 million trees had been planted. In 2002, Kenya's government finally changed and Wangari joined the new team so she could help them to protect the environment. In 2004, Wangari was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for her incredible work. Green Belt movement continues to plant trees in Kenya and think of ideas and ways to tackle the threat of deforestation around the world. Alright amigos, that's the end of our short story about Wangari. But Wangari was an amazing woman. She saw a problem and decided to take action against it, even though women at the time weren't used to being seen in areas of leadership or change. And she was the first woman ever in East Africa to get a PhD. I think there's a lot we can learn from Wangari and all the other amazing women in the world that have also contributed to making great movements and changes. So, stay tuned for next time to find out who we are reading about.